White for your comments. First of all, I want to thank all the Crusade members for holding this forum and all the elected representatives that we've already elected representatives and those that are holding themselves out for office. Anybody that runs for elective office deserves a great deal of credit. I'm also grateful that Mr. Whitehead is running. I'm one of those folks who stood up in the General Assembly this session and said that we need more competitive races. It's a disgrace that we have so few people running for office right now, and that's a product of redistricting, and I fought against that. You know, a lot of people who are running, especially the incumbents who are running for office, shy away from debates. Not me. Mr. Whitehead, I'm willing and anxious and eager to debate you anywhere, anytime, because I think that's the way the system should work, and I look forward to doing it. Folks, I look at this as reapplying for a job. I've been in the House for 4 years, and I'm reapplying for 2 more. During my 4 years in the General Assembly, I've worked hard. I think I've worked tirelessly. I have never missed a committee vote. I have never missed a subcommittee vote. I have never missed a vote on the House floor, save one day when a family member died. I followed in the footsteps of Don McEachin, large footsteps. I have worked closely with Senator Marsh, with Senator McEachin, with delegates McClellan and Jones and McQuinn and Carr over the last 4 years. And I think I've done a good job. My colleagues in the House nominated me as minority whip after 2 years in the Virginia General Assembly. Normally, it takes 10 years. And I think I have been a voice for those people that don't have a voice. If people who are intellectually challenged and need more MR waiver spots, I fought for that. For those people with physical disabilities, I have been the voice, the loud voice on the floor of the General Assembly. For the poor who are trying to get a foothold, I've been a voice. For people who are coming out of prisons, they are trying to re-enter society. They want a modicum of dignity. They want their rights restored. I've been a voice for those people. And for those people that don't have access to normal banks and can't get loans, I've been a voice against those institutions that are promoting payday and car title loans. And for 400,000 children in the Commonwealth of Virginia who don't have health insurance, I've been a voice for those. So when we stand up on the floor of the General Assembly, Jennifer got it right. There are some crazy bills that come up that are completely inconsistent and not to a Democratic agenda. I fought against $100 million in new fees. I fought against cuts to K-12 education. Mr. Whitehead, I have been a teacher. I've been a teacher on the law school level. I've been a high school teacher. I've been a wrestling coach. I know the importance of funding K-12 and higher ed. I serve on the Education Committee. When they tried to cut Medicaid reimbursements, I said, does it really make sense to cut Medicaid reimbursements, not have physicians who will take Medicaid patients, and then we have people who are getting sick, and instead of being treated for $100 with a doc, they go to their doc of choice, which is an emergency room, and it costs $1,000. Doesn't make much sense. And I fought for drug courts. And I said, again, does it make sense to spend $42,000 a year and incarcerate somebody, and they come out and they're still a drug addict? How about a drug court where we get that monkey of addiction off their back? In 2011, I fought for protective orders for women, because you need a protective order not just when you're living with somebody or you have a child by them, but when you're dating, and that bill passed. I fought for this last General Assembly for an employment first bill. And what that meant is if you are physically disabled or handicapped, we give a shot at that person first to get a job. And when people, and I'll end on this point, when people on the other side of the aisle were fighting our Congressman Bobby Scott and our President, and there were caricatures of him as a Hitler because he wanted to talk to school children, or the Joker, or a Muslim terrorist, I was standing up there on the floor of the General Assembly fighting for him. So I look forward to your questions. I'm glad And I say this sincerely and respectfully, Mr. Whitehead, I'm glad that you're in the race because I think competition is good. And I thank all the Crusaders for having me here tonight.